Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. Today's video is something really random and something I've never done before, and it is in celebration for something I'm super excited about, and that is Disney Plus. Which, if you know, then you already know. But if you don't, I am a huge Disney fan, like a giant super fan of anything Disney related. I love Disneyland, Disney movies, Disney shows, Disney music, Disney anything. So I'm super excited. If you don't know what it is, Disney Plus is going to be an online streaming platform similar to Netflix, where it's going to have strictly all things Disney related / owned. So all of the Disney shows from my childhood, all of the Disney movies that you can think of, Pixar movies, all of the Star Wars, Marvel movies, which I'm whatever about. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but it's going to be cool regardless. And really random, but all of the Simpsons shows, like the series. So that's cool too. My dad loves the Simpsons, so it's a little something for everybody, I think. It's going to be released on November 12th, which is, I think, next week. And it is, I believe, $7 a month or $69 for a year, which I think translates to like 5 something a month. So it's kind of a deal to get the year's worth, but I'm probably going to end up just doing the monthly service because Homegirl doesn't have $69 up front like that. You know, like I have to do it monthly. But I thought it would be fun in celebration to talk a little bit about my top 3 favorite Disney movies. I would do my #1 favorite, but I'm such a huge fan that I cannot pick just one. Like, I literally cannot do it. I tried to decide and it was a jumbled mess. I had anxiety. I was like, oh, but I love this one so much and I love this one so much. So I'm just going to do a top 3. One being my favorite childhood Disney movie, and then the other 2 being my favorite adult Disney movies. So my favorite movies as a 29-year-old mother. I'm also going to talk about a few of the shows that I'm excited that will be on Disney Plus, and a few of the Disney original movies, which are movies that were on Disney Channel that I'm really excited about. I literally cannot wait. I've been talking about it nonstop to Sparrow, to my mom, to everybody, and they're kind of just like, okay, shut the hell up. We get it. You're excited. So without further ado, because I don't want this video to be 45 hours long, which I could definitely make it, but I won't subject you guys to that. I'm going to try to make this video rather short, so I'm not going to go into super detail about each movie, but I am going to talk a little bit about it. So let me know in the comment section what your favorite Disney movies are, or shows that you're excited to reminisce about and see and just relive your childhood in the comment section, and let's get started, okay? So I'm going to start with my favorite childhood Disney movie, and without further ado, it is, or was, The Little Mermaid. Woo! I loved The Little Mermaid so much. I grew up at the beach basically every Wednesday during the summertime. My grandma would take us to Newport Beach, Lifeguard Stand 22, and we would be there from 6 a.m. to like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And I would spend a solid 6 hours in the deep end by the pier, like swimming like a mermaid, thinking I was Ariel. I would be singing, I would be acting out little scenes I made up in my mind because I was a mermaid. I just lived that mermaid life. And I loved all things Little Mermaid. My whole room was Little Mermaid, Ariel related. I still to this day am obsessed with mermaids. I love the idea of them. I would love to be one. But I love Little Mermaid because I just love the music. I loved Ariel at the time. I'm not the biggest fan now, but you know, it's whatever. I loved the thought of being a mermaid. Just everything about it was the perfect Disney princess and Disney movie to me as a child. And yes, so here we are. I'm wearing my Ariel shirt. She's got tattoos, so she's a little funky now, but back in the day, I wanted to be Ariel. I would have given anything to be Ariel. And I think to this day still, I wouldn't mind being a mermaid, you know? So that was my favorite childhood Disney movie. I also really loved Beauty and the Beast. I loved Mulan. I loved Pocahontas, but Ariel always stood out to me. There was just something different about her. Moving on to my top 2 favorite adult Disney movies. Well, they're not adult Disney movies, but my favorite Disney movies as an adult. Both are incredibly underrated. You never really hear about them in any kind of way. And I think that they're both super special. And it's in no particular order. I love them both equally, but I'm just saying them in an order. It's not like I love one more than the other. It's kind of a tie. But the first one is The Princess and the Frog. I love this movie. It is so good, and it doesn't get as much love as it should. You always hear about Ariel, Belle, Pocahontas. You know, you always hear about those princesses, but you never hear about Tiana, and I think it's a real shame. Princess and the Frog came out, I believe, in 2009, and it is about Tiana, who lives in New Orleans, and she works like 2 or 3 jobs, works all day, works all night, and she's trying to save up for a damn restaurant, because that was her and her father's dream. And unfortunately her father passes, but it's just her and her mom, and she's working hard to get that restaurant. She ends up finding one, puts a down payment on it, she saved up all this money for it, and then someone else buys it from her, outbids her or something. We never even find out who that is, which I think is a real shame, but I guess it didn't have much to do about the story. Whatever. So she's all pissed off, and she goes to her best friend Charlotte's party. I love Charlotte, by the way. She is so funny. And she comes in contact with a frog who's actually Prince Naveen, and it's basically their story, their adventure, and it is amazing. I think Tiana is such a great role model. Dr. Facilier is the evil villain of the movie, and I think he is so badass. He's all about voodoo and magic and spirits. He's just really cool to me. I think that he's, like, his song moment in the movie is one of my favorite Disney movie or Disney moments ever. I think that his song is really badass. The animation is crazy, and I just love it so much. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The next movie that I love as an adult is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think that this movie is so underrated. I never hear anyone talk about or appreciate this damn movie. It came out in, I want to say 97 or 98, maybe even 99. I don't really remember the exact date, but it was when I was a child, and I always loved this movie. I always thought that the animation was superb. The songs are amazing. Quasimodo is such a nice little guy. And then Esmeralda is such a fierce, badass woman. Like, she doesn't take any crap from anybody. She fights for what she believes in. And I think that she is also an amazing role model. Frollo is the villain of this movie, and he is dirty. Like, he is a dirty old, and I just love that. Well, I don't love that about him, but I love him as a villain. Like, he is great to hate. And the music is just phenomenal. Like, one of my favorite Disney songs in general is Out There. It's sung by Frollo and Quasimodo. Well, you know, like the actors. And it is just such a sad but beautiful song. Hellfire is one of the best, craziest villain songs out there. Like, if you are an adult and you haven't heard it, go hear it and you'll get what I'm talking about, because they really did that. Like Disney went there with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It is super dark, super serious. The opening song can tell basically an entire story in 2 minutes. It is like within the first 2 minutes of the movie, Frollo kills someone. Like, it's that kind of dark shit. And it is phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. So those are my top 3 favorite Disney movies. as I mentioned before, Disney Plus is going to include all Disney shows and all Disney movies, Disney originals, and I'm super excited to see those because there is a huge handful, like, of Disney shows and Disney Channel movies that I am dying to see, that I haven't seen since I was a kid. So it's going to be like a walk down memory lane, even for Sparrow. I was looking at the list of shows that are going to be on there, and I was like, oh my god, Sparrow, you remember this show? You remember this show? And for example, Out of the Box, I don't know if you guys remember Out of the Box, but it was in the 90s, and it was a total kids, like, toddler show. But for some reason, the intro song has always stuck with me. I know it to this day. A few of the shows that I'm going to be really excited to watch are shows like So Weird. Like, if you've never heard of So Weird, if you've never watched So Weird, it is an old ass show from like 1999, and it's paranormal. It was one of those shows that was on late at night at Disney, and I'm really excited to see that show. Lizzie McGuire, which is going to be revamped. Hilary Duff just announced it. They are going to do a more up-to-date version of Lizzie McGuire with Hilary Duff as an adult. She's probably going to have some kids. Her kid, or her whole family, is going to be in it. I'm not sure about Gordo and Miranda, but I'm pretty sure, like, they have to be in the show. Like, what? But they haven't announced their involvement yet, so I'm kind of nervous. Like, they have to be in it. I'm also excited to watch Kim Possible, The Proud Family. All of those shows were my childhood, so watching them again is going to be insane and such, like, a nostalgic kind of thing. I'm also really pumped to see some of the old school Disney original movies, which were movies that were on Disney Channel. And more specifically, I'm very excited to see my all-time favorite Disney original, which was Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. I love that movie, and there was multiple movies after that, like Xenon the sequel. But Xenon Girl of the 21st Century will always hold a special place in my heart. It is based on, it's a movie that surrounds Xenon, the girl, and it was supposed to be what the future would look like, and it was released in, I want to say, 1998, or between 97 and 99. And let me just say that the future does not look like what they thought it would, but it's still really funny, really cringy. Like, the 90s vibe of it is so funny. I saw the music video not too long ago for Supernova Girl, and it had me in my feels. I was like, oh my god, this is so my childhood. And so I'm really excited to see that. I will absolutely be getting Disney Plus, obviously, or else I wouldn't be talking about it, and I'm super excited. I'm going to do a review about it regardless, and I just can't wait. This is like the Disney lover's dream. So let me know in the comment section what your favorite Disney movie is, and if you're going to be getting Disney Plus. I'm really excited and curious. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and like this video. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Alright, I love you guys so much. I will see you on Friday, where I will talk about Survivor and the challenge. I know I missed last week, but I will definitely do a video on Friday. I love you guys so much. Bye!